Hello and welcome to MSU Inside Out alongside Josh Sandy. I am Jesse Rosfit. Josh, welcome back to the show. It's nice to have you back after your
be back.
Track adventures last week.
Yeah, it was really exciting. It turned out well for myself, so I'm really excited about that, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what it's going to be exciting to see what you guys do in the outdoor season as well. More exciting things coming this week. Just across the street from us over at the MSU Dome, state basketball, Josh. It's a great time of year.
It's so just neurotic. There's so much going on. You can feel the energy when you go to the Dome, the smells, the sounds, the sights. It's just an exciting time of year.
Yeah, so that's something we have to look forward to on the show. A lot of other great things happening as well.
Yes, we're going to go right over to Ashley Bush right away here. Later this month, MSU will host its annual job fair. This is a great chance for students to talk with employers who are looking for well-educated and skilled workers. Ashley Bush is with Linda Birch live in the studio to find out more about this.
Thanks, guys. Spring break is just around the corner, and then we've got about a month and a half until graduation. So now is a great time for students to start looking for jobs in the area to start their careers. Today, I've got the director of the Student Success Center, Linda Birch, with me to talk about the job fair on March 25th, which will be a great opportunity for students to start their job search. So, Linda, could you tell me about when and where the job fair will be this year?
Thanks for having me, first of all. The job fair will be held on March 25th, which is a Wednesday, from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock on the third floor of the Student Center in what we know as the Conference Center.
All right, that's the same place that we had it last year, so cool. Will it be open to the public?
It's open to the public. Everyone is welcome.
Great. And which businesses will be participating this year?
We have a big variety of businesses that will be representing law enforcement, financial institutions. We have human services. We even have some broadcasting, so there will be something there for you as well.
Great. Sounds like a good variety of businesses. Are the businesses looking to hire right away?
Some of them are here just to kind of do a little bit of networking and maybe gather, some student information for future. But a lot of them will be here looking to hire maybe summer jobs, part-time jobs. We have a few that are looking for internships and also some jobs for those soon-to-be college grads.
Awesome. That's just what we're looking for, right? Do you have any tips for how students should use the job fair to network with possible employers?
I would encourage students to do a couple of things. Number one, create a resume if they already haven't. If they have one, make sure it's up to date. Dress professionally and create that 1 minute, 2 minute elevator speech so they're ready to sell themselves the minute they walk in.
Those are some great tips. Thank you, Linda. Again, the job fair will be on March 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the third floor of the Student Center. Come to network with employers, and you might even land yourself a job offer. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thank you, Ashley. It's kind of a scary thought, but it's really something we should start thinking about being seniors.
Absolutely, big future ahead of us. It's, like you said, scary, but we have to do it.
So we'll be going to the job fair March 25th, and that'll be exciting. Also going on campus is our little stuff going on. Megan Wolf, tell us what's happening.
We got a lot going on around campus, but we'll just head straight into it. Tuesday night was definitely a cold night in Minot, but Minot State University students found a way to stay warm. Emmanuel Corey has more.
Even with the bad weather, students at MSU always find a way to have fun. MSU Life organized an event called Build a Bear. Students were given the opportunities to build their own teddy bear from scratch. Several students attended the event and were excited about building bears.
I built one last year when we did it, and it was a pretty fun event. I actually liked what's going on. Everyone else seems to enjoy it. So, please, I was like fifth in line, so that was good.
The event occurred on Tuesday, March 3rd at 8 p.m. at the Beaver Dam. For KMSU, Emmanuel Okorie.
Check out the MSU calendar for future MSU Life events. Children spent their day putting their thinking caps on and getting their hands messy, all in the name of science. Paola Montenegro takes us there.
About 600 local elementary school students attended Minot State's Science Club Open House. MSU members of the Science Club demonstrated different scientific procedures throughout the day. Vice President of the Biology Club gives us more.
Every year we do this thing called the Science Open House, where we opened the facility science building for the kids in the local elementary kids in the area. What we do is we show them geology, physics, chemistry, and biology, making sure that the kids know what each division of science is.
Each room had a different aspect of science being displayed so the children could interact and learn but still have fun. Member of the biology club talks about the importance of teaching young children about science.
That would be great too, like if they come out today figuring out what they might want to do later on, like, it'll give them more focus and drive, and I think that's perfect
For KMSU News, this is Paula Montenegro.
If interested in learning more about the science program at Minot State, visit the MSU website. MSU Life hosted Hunger Games Dodgeball last Thursday. They were hoping for a big turnout. Andrew Anderson gives us more on an inside look.
Was required as all the competitors volunteered as tribute for a night of dodgeball with a Hunger Games twist. The court was littered with obstacles and special challenges were made.
I like all the challenges that were out there. The obstacles helped me dodge a couple balls. I'm all about dodging. But at the end of the day, it was the fact that we had fun. On a Thursday, it was that we were out here and we were having a good time. That was what I liked the most.
Students from all over campus joined in for a fun time and a chance to win some Hunger Games related prizes.
On a serious note, we had international students here. We had people that are from the state, people who are not from the state, athletes, non-athletes. It's just cool to get everybody together all in one spot and play some dodgeball. I actually really did have a lot of fun.
MSU Life co-director Brianna Benson believes that it was a success and that students will come back next year.
I think everybody that was here had a blast. I know we had a blast, and they're still here playing, so I think it's successful.
2016, I want to see you there. Yeah, that's you watching this. I want to see you.
If you have an idea for a future MSU Life event, contact Aaron Hughes at the Student Success Center. So, Jesse, how are your dodgeball skills?
Well, maybe not so skilled anymore. I know back in high school I was a big fan of dodgeball. Still am. I didn't make it over to the Hunger Games event, but dodgeball still a fun event to play. And thanks again, Megan, for your news update. And now we're going to shift into another sport. And right now we're going to talk about basketball. Joining me right now is Mike Linnell, the Sports Information Director here at Minot State University. Mike, thanks for joining us.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me.
I know you're a really busy guy this weekend. We have the State Girls B Class B tournament over at the MSU Dome, so I know that's something you've been a part of. Like I said, you've been really busy. Just tell me just a little bit what you've been doing to prepare for this.
I'm part of the committee that kind of oversees everything for the State B tournament, and really anything you can think of. I mean, down to making sure there's water cups in the right spot, up to making sure everyone gets their spots in the media row and gets the internet working. And it's a gigantic event when you think about all the people that come through the turnstiles there, and we have to try to think of everything. And we feel like we do an excellent job of making the fan happy, making the media happy, keeping the teams happy. Every kind of little part of it. We want all those guys to have a great time here in Minot.
Being the Sports Information Director, you deal a lot with the media, and the State Class B basketball tournament is really one of the highest media where they gather, and really just one of those spots like that. Just how have you been able to handle that?
A big part of it is communication. We do a lot of emailing back and forth. The High School Association helps us out with getting credentials, and we have 9 radios and 25 newspapers and TV channels over here. And so you're right, outside of some of the big events, if there's a national tournament or something like that in town, it's probably the highest media outlet function. So we've got people that are coming from small markets, big markets, every little bit. But I think the big thing is just communicating, trying to make sure everybody has what they need. And I'm a former media member, so I kind of understand some of the needs at these tournaments, what they want. And usually it's food and drink, but sometimes it's internet and stuff like that too.
Yep. So let's shift gears a little bit back into Minot State sports. I know you deal with those a lot more, being that you are Minot State's Sports Information Director. Basketball's just kind of wound down. The winter sports really kind of cleared out now. Now we're moving into spring with track and baseball, stuff like that. Now how are you gearing up for the spring season?
We had our national qualifier in Santa Daily this week, kind of rounds out our winter season. She'll have one more week to go. And then baseball and softball started up a couple weeks ago, going as far south as they can to get to tournaments. So, one of the big things for us is we have to watch the weather, 10 days out and try to, figure if we can actually get on our courts and our fields and stuff like that. And, a big part of it is just the logistics of going to these tournaments in Vegas and Arizona is difficult. So we're trying to do our best to get all these other schools their information that they need and support our teams while they're on the road because, like the baseball team I think is gone for 10 days and it's just tough to be away from home that much. And then once we get home, our big thing is to get those fields ready. Hope Mother Nature has to help us out as much as possible.
Yep, thanks again, Mike. I'll let you get back to your busy day that you have over at the Dome at the State Class B Girls Basketball Tournament. Again, Mike Linnell joining us here on MSU Inside Out. Coming up on MSU Inside Out, we're going to talk a little more about the State Class B Basketball Tournament. I know Nolan and Chris will be over there talking a little more about that. I think we're going to have a little more good news as far as weather coming up as well. And another fundraiser will be happening at the Dome. Josh will have more on that coming up here on MSU Inside Out.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports, located on South Broadway across from Walmart.
All-American Trophies, established in 1983, located on South Broadway for all your trophy and screen printing needs.
Art Main, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies, located on Main Street.
Digital Office Center, offices located in Minot and Bismarck, provides a complete line of Xerox equipment, supplies, and other services.
MSU Hockey Club, the 2013 ACHA Men's Division I National Champions. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
MSU Athletics Department, NCAA Division II, promoting good character and a positive experience. Red Rising.
MSU Red and Green, Minot State University's official student-run newspaper.
Midwest Oil Jobs brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest under one roof to connect like-minded individuals.
Creative Property Management, over 45 years in managing properties and finding tenants the right home.
Be seen, be heard on the Alshire, Blackbox, and Amphitheater stages. MSU Theater, where we tell the world's story.
MSU Art Department, stimulating creativity campus-wide by providing exhibits and art events.
Beyonce Bridal, located downtown Minot, and now you can shop online.
Pepsi of Minot, the local Pepsi-Cola bottling company serving the North Dakota areas of Minot, Dickinson, Devils Lake, Bottineau, and Hettinger.
Rick's Jewelry, where you'll shimmer and shine.
Watney Realtors, full-service real estate agency handling residential, commercial, and investment properties. You can visit them online at minothomes.com.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer, located in the Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Good times to be together.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
KIZZ FM Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
97 Kicks FM, today's hot new country.
KZTR FM, Minot's rock station, 105.3 The Fox.
KMXA FM, Minot's best music mix. Mix 99.9.
Jacobson Music, family-owned music business with 3 retail locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
Beaver Brew Cafe, a coffee shop run by MSU students in the Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Minot Automotive, offering a superb selection of new 2014-2015 and used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota models.
Uncle Mattio's, a place where everything is fresh, from pizza dough that's made in store each day to locally grown veggies that are delivered every morning.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KXMC, local news, weather, and sports.
Bridgeford Construction, licensed and insured for all your concrete needs, residential and commercial.
High Keatings, providing immediate sleep and furniture solutions for individuals, families, and commercial properties.
Well, welcome back to MSU Inside Out. We've had an exciting day today, and there's a lot of excitement on our show surrounding the State B I'm here with Steve Swenson. We're going to discuss the other side of being a student athlete, which often involves community service and philanthropy. Thank you, Steve, for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you're the advisor of MSU Student Athlete Advisory Council. And that includes reps from each MSU athletic team. And I understand the state tournament provides a big opportunity for fundraising for this group. Can you explain the project happening up there this weekend at the Dome?
Yeah, one of the things that we started, I believe it was a year or so ago, is Student Athlete Advisory Committee. They have a booth that we do free will face painting for all the fans at the Dome. When you have a state tournament or in volleyball or basketball or whatever, it brings a whole host of people to campus that is a great opportunity for us to fundraise. So our student athletes, they open up a booth up on the 3rd floor, and it's free will donations to get your face painted, and little kids and parents, and they're always up there, and it's a great opportunity, and our kids really enjoy it too.
Yeah, it seems like a great way to contribute to the tournament while also being able to fundraise for a pretty good cause. Now, the cause is the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I understand the NSIC has a year-long goal each year to reach. Can you talk about that goal and explain the things that MSU has done to help reach that?
Sure. Yeah, the NCAA is partners with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and it's one of their partners they work very close with. Being in the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference, our conference has a goal for each member institution to raise $1,000 towards that fund. And our institution is doing really great this year. We're about 75% of the way there. After this weekend and a couple other events I think we have scheduled, I think we'll be meeting our goal this year.
Awesome. That's really impressive. I'm really happy about that. As far as the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the NSIC, what's the history behind that?
The partnership originally started in 2003 between the NCAA Division II and Make-A-Wish. Since then, they've raised about $3.5 million towards the organization, and last year alone was actually a record year where they raised over $155,000 or $550,000 just last year alone. So it was a record-setting year, and it's getting better as we go along. So our institution has joined up with the Northern Sun, and we're hoping to meet our goal and contribute towards that cause.
Now, I've got to ask, about all these student athletes up there painting faces, is there a strenuous training process that goes into that you control, or?
Well, I'm not very artistic myself, but it's not too hard to write, go Bishop Ryan or go number 13 on your cheeks. So it's pretty simple, and even our student athletes can do it with no prior training. So.
All right. Well, Steve Swenson, thank you very much for being here today. Hopefully, we raise a lot of money this weekend, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation can really benefit from that. Thank you. All right, now we're going to finally get up to some of the action at the State B. We've got Nolan Axton standing by with sports and a live interview.
Thanks, Josh. Very busy weekend here at Minot State University Dome as the North Dakota State Class B Girls Championship Basketball Championships are going on. We just witnessed the finish to a pretty good game between, we had Lemoore and Lakota as Lemoore beat them 58-44. Before that, we had a great game to watch as Partial took on Kindred. We're going to get into them highlights right now as you see back and forth through the first 3 quarters as we join this one in the 4th. As Kiera Packnell makes a swipe and goes end-to-end for a beautiful finish, 46-43 Partial. The Vikings would answer, followed by a Partial free throw, which sets up this bucket by Alexis Piotz as Kindred ties it overtime. Here we come, 47-47. The crowd is pumped. Final minute of OT as Brooke Hyatt looks for the dagger as she knocks down the 3, but Michelle Reason says nah, as Partial brings it up the court as Reason looks for someone to find and gets bumped pretty hard, but saves it as she hits the court, and they'll swing it around the arc, and they'll come all the way back to Reason as she will fire up a 3 of her own, and splash, that one goes. Partial makes it a 1-point game where they are forced to foul as Alexis Piotz misses the free throw, which gives Partial a chance as the clock runs down, and Kiera Packnell looks for an outlet, which is intercepted, and the clock will hit 0, so Kindred will pick up the win and head into round 2, as I am joined now by head coach of the Partial Braves, Mervyn Packnell. Mervyn, it was a very great game to watch. Unfortunately, came out on the losing side of it, but how do you think your team performed in what was a really good contest to watch?
I think our girls performed very well. I'm very proud of them. We knew if we played well and took care of the ball that we'd be in the ball game, and that's what the girls did. And they played with all their heart, and they put their heart into the game. And unfortunately, we came down just a little bit short at the end.
Yeah, and of course, tough to lose that way. But how are you guys going to keep your focus heading into tomorrow's game to try and come out with a consolation championship?
You know, we're going to have to get them back on track here. And, you know, we've been telling them that, you know, it's just, you know, it's a game in the state tournament. You know, we're one of 8 teams to be here. It's the first time in school history that Partial has ever, the girls team has ever made it to state. So we're going to get them back on track and, you know, try to keep them positive. You know, it was a tough loss and they're taking it pretty hard. But I think tomorrow they'll be ready to play. They're just a gutsy group of girls.
Of course, yeah, you mentioned your first time making it to state in the school's history. What kind of feeling was like that, like as a coach, and how did the girls feel about it?
You know, I think I was just excited as the girls. You know, they knew that they were going to be able to make history if they made it to state, and they were looking forward to it. And this is their first trip, but for the regional finals, they were there 3 times. They were at the regional finals, and one time they took 3rd. So, you know, they knocked on the door, and I said, well, quit knocking and kick that thing in. That's what they did.
Yeah, of course, very great experience to be here, and thank you for joining us again. This is Mervyn Packnow, head coach of the Partial Braves. I'm going to wish you good luck for tomorrow's game. Of course, the action here at the Dome isn't finished. We'll highlight some games after, but first we're going to take a look into how the Dome looked last week as baseball had a fun night of activities with the Dreamcatchers.
The Minot State baseball team and the Dreamcatchers baseball team came together for their 9th consecutive year in a night filled with fun and baseball.
Up top. Nice. The event is basically getting out with kids with disabilities. We're getting out here and playing baseball with them. We get back, and this is a time for them to get out and play the game that they love, and we can get back to the kids.
The Dreamcatchers, a team of special needs children from Minot and its surrounding areas, come together throughout the year to play baseball. The team adopts the MSU Dome as home during the winter months and joins the Minot State baseball team for the day at the Dome every season.
Probably that line drive right up the middle. Didn't get any better than that. Down center field.
The Dreamcatchers are broken up into 4 teams, and the teams played a pair of 3-inning games. Each Dreamcatchers baseball player was paired with a Minot State baseball player for the night to work together and have fun. Both teams are once again looking forward to the event next year, and for the Minot State baseball team, its season resumes a week from Monday in Tucson, Arizona. The Beavers will play 8 games in a 10-day stretch beginning March 9th against Southwest Minnesota State.
Of course, baseball will be back in action this weekend as they will head down to Tucson, Arizona for their annual spring trip. But you take a look at the screen right now, you got tonight's games as Bishop Bryan will play Shiloh Christian at 6:30, followed by Thompson versus Dickinson Trinity at 8:15. And of course, I know Chris Morgan has a little bit more about the Bishop Bryan game.
That I do, Nolan. I'm here with Julie Stewart, the head coach of the women's basketball team at Bishop Bryan. Thank you for joining us, first of all. You're going into your 3rd straight title run this week. What's that feel like?
Well, yeah, it's the girls' 4th time at state, and it's great. It's another opportunity, and we just love it. We want to embrace it. We want to play good basketball, but we want to just enjoy this and have fun.
So what's it going to be like? You're losing some of your cornerstones in 3 of your seniors. You have 4, but in Gabby, Hannah, and Maddie, what your top 3 scorers and rebounders? What's going to be like next year when you don't have these people?
Well, it's been quite a journey. I've had some of those girls since the 8th grade, and so yes, we're very close, and it's been a special group, and the impact that they've put on our program is tremendous, not only, you know, with each other, but just what they've done with the girls ahead of them, and now how they've impacted the underclassmen. It's incredible to see, and you know, yeah, we will miss them, you know, but they've done some great things here, and we just hope to continue, you know, what they've shown these girls and how to play, and the commitment that it takes to have the success they have.
All right, final question. Looking forward to tonight's game against Shiloh. It's a rematch of last year's championship. What are you guys looking to get aware of looking out for in that team?
Well, Shiloh, they're athletic and they play very hard. So, you know, anytime you have teams that come out and are defensively scrappy, you got to play your game. You got to know when to push the ball, when to just slow down, and we want to execute half court and the full court, but we also know at tournament time you gotta defend and rebound, and that's going to be a key for us. So and then we'll see what happens.
Defending and rebounding, that's what it's going to take to get the third straight title for Bishop Ryan. Thank you again, Julie, for joining us. I'm going to send it right back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thanks, Chris. No doubt an exciting time of year for Class B basketball, and it's going to be a good night and a good rest of the weekend here at the Dome.
Things are heating up in the Dome.
And speaking of heating up, I think we're gonna hear some good news, but to find out for sure, we have Bridget LaFontaine joining us for weather. Bridget, do you have good news for us?
Guys, I have great news. Things are heating up. In fact, I got a pocket full of sunshine. I'll take it away. Currently, it is 23 degrees in the Magic City. Unfortunately, the winds are keeping that at around 11. So it's a little cold for the wind chill, but that's okay because tonight we will look up and it will be actually above 0. So that is great. It's 16 in the Magic City, and Williston will be at 18. So things are warming up slowly but surely, you guys. Looking into Friday, I think spring is at you. I sure hope so, because it is going to be 36 in Grand Forks, and Dickinson is actually going to be 52 degrees. So you guys, things are really starting to warm up. Looking on into Saturday rather, it's going to be a nice warm night again, you guys. 38 degrees in Magic City, Dickinson at 49, Bismarck at 47, and things are going to be a little cloudy, but that's okay. You guys can still go out, jog. I don't know about you crazy North Dakotans, but I'll be wearing shorts because I think spring is here. Looking on into Sunday, again, things are warming up, you guys. This is great news. Looking on ahead, Grand Forks at 38, Fargo 42. This is amazing. And an extended forecast near the 50s again, Monday 49, Tuesday 48, and Wednesday at 43. So guys, things are warming up and things are looking bright.
I love that news. It's so nice for it to be warm again. Spring's definitely on its way.
I know. And not only double digits, but above freezing double digits.
Above freezing.
It's glorious.
Thanks again, Bridget, for the good news.
You're so welcome.
So Josh, we've talked about it quite a bit on the show today. State B girls basketball happening over in the Dome. I know you agree with me when I say it's really one of the best times of the year, State B basketball, whether it's boys or girls coming within the next couple weeks.
Year after year, it just never disappoints. You get great basketball. You have such a loyal Class B fan base that's always following. I love when it's at the Dome. That's when things start happening. You get to feel some of the spring, and it's really, really exciting.
Absolutely, and we've already seen 2 good games today. Hopefully that trend will continue the rest of the weekend, but for now, here on MSU Inside Out, the song of the week is Wheels by Foo Fighters, and that'll do it for us. Have a great weekend.
I know what you're thinking. We will go and die.